Alrighty guys, I came down here. I'm gonna check on status over here and check out the, whoa, it is out. Al must have been down here working really hard. Got the big block pulled. Looks like we still got some of the wire harness to pull out in the dash still, but sweet. Thanks, Al. Thanks for getting it pulled. I guess that means I gotta finish my part by getting the motor and tranny pulled out of the Tuff Truck. So on to the next step. Okay, so Al got the motor pulled. He's got it sitting up top here. So I definitely got to get to work on my piece. But you know, I mentioned putting a turbo 350 or turbo 400 behind this big block, and I was really wanting the turbo 400, I think, just because it's got a little bit bigger yoke and stuff. Had a hard time trying to find one, but it just so happened that, like, I think it was yesterday, I don't know, like right after I started talking about that, look what came in. An old motorhome that has supposedly a running 454 carbureted deal with I believe that's a turbo 400, two-wheel drive turbo 400 right behind it. So yeah, things you find in a junkyard. So we'll probably get that thing yanked off, get it attached to our big block, and go from there. I think that's pretty convenient timing wise. So yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do with this big block. I don't know. I used to call them boat anchors, and then it's kind of funny that now I'm gonna have a motor out of a boat in my truck. So weird. I don't know, maybe I need to put some parts off of a scooter and a minivan and an airplane. I do have I do have access to an airplane prop. Maybe I mount that somewhere on this thing so it can be, you know, a truck, scooter, boat, tough truck thing. I don't know. Now maybe I'm just getting ridiculous now, but yeah, so he's got it set down over here. Got to pull that wiring harness. He's on top of that. Thank you again, Al. Supposedly he got some footage of him pulling it, so if I can get that from him and get it tossed into the video, I definitely will. And I'm kind of stalling and on this little walk because I told you I have parts to an airplane, and I was rather close to where it's at. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. See? So we could do it. We could do it. I think that would be absolutely ridiculous. Probably not going to do it, but for me the joke was real. You guys don't realize how close I am to just making something ridiculous. So all right, I'm gonna go over here, find where he set the motor down, and then I'll probably shut up and get to work on pulling this other engine and transmission out. Well, here she is, guys, sitting down in front of her here in all her glory. She's wide. Just kind of still wondering if it's gonna fit. I think it'll fit, but there's some stuff on here like this. This hooked to a coolant line. I think it's just another water pump of sorts. Looks like it's hooked to another big old coolant line. So I think I'm probably gonna have to identify some stuff that I don't need, like this, right? This is a ridiculous setup for a truck, right? Like I don't need all that. So I'll probably change the thermostat housing so that I can eliminate a whole bunch of hoses, because like this, see, it came and it went to the exhaust manifolds, because they are water cooled exhaust manifolds, right? So we're not going to be running water cooled boat exhaust manifolds. So I'm just kind of eyeballing this thing, getting an idea of what's going to get stripped off of it, and I just wanted to see it out of the boat in all of its glory. I'm gonna stand up here. Wow. But yeah, there she sits. Get our first little go around here. I think I need to steal the chain that's on top of here, so that I can yank a motor out of a truck. But goal is to try to make that fit in that truck way up there. So fingers crossed. Like I said, I've never really done any big block stuff before, so here we go. Okay guys, I did a bunch of stuff off camera, but I think I am to the point where this thing needs to get pulled. Got the power steering pump out of the way and disconnected. Electrical's disconnected, transmission's disconnected. The drive line is disconnected. I left it in so that I didn't make a huge tranny fluid mess while I had the front end of this thing up. Yeah, transmission mount is all disconnected and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm ready to try to pull this thing, but it's probably going to be a mess, as well as a little bit of lifting, pushing, pulling, because the tranny mounts has like studs in it, so I got to get the studs up and out of the cross member. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get a chain hooked up to this thing, because I don't think I have a lifting plate. Maybe Al does. I'll go see if Al does. If not, I'll get a chain hooked up to this thing and start trying to pull it out. well, that was a fun adventure. Ended up having to pull the crank pulley off, and still had to like wedge it out of there. So yeah, I'm really starting to question my decisions about a big block. Clearance is going to be needed. I'll be cutting some stuff out here, probably setting it back. Yeah. Anyways, I need to still pull some of the Holley Sniper stuff off. There's an oxygen sensor still down there in the exhaust. That exhaust is going to come out. I want to pull my AN fittings that I put over here, and my sensors and all that stuff off of this setup, and then that's going to go in the scrap pile. And then we have a pressure washer, so once I steal off the stuff that I want, I'm going to clean up all of my junk and my tools, and then I'm going to push this over by the steam cleaner so that we can clean it up and get a really good look at what we are dealing with. And then it's almost done for me to call it a day for the day. I mean, I know it's super bright outside, but it's 6 o'clock and I still got an hour and a half drive to go home. So I will probably do all this little tinkering stuff and clean up off camera, and then, you know, come back to you guys on the next video. So with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, concerns, put them down below, and we will see you next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.